In this section of Getting Started with Oracle Visual Builder, we're going to show you how to work with the data palette. In this section, we're going to see another way to work with data. We're going to create the departments page over here. And we're going to see how you can work with the data palette over here. Over here, you again can see all our business object, and you can now drag and drop business object into the page. For example, we're going to drag department over here and create a table of data to show you the department ID and the department name, as well as the maximum salary. This is one area of our page. We can also drag and drop the department over here below or to the side to create an edit form. Again, we'll choose the fields that we want to allow to edit, like the department and the max salary in our case. The department ID is the selected department. So let's create a page variable. We'll call this one selected department. And we're going to map this to both the get department and update department parameter, which is a mandatory parameter as the star here indicates. All right, so we created a form here, but the form is actually surrounded by a bind if that checks if we actually select a department before it actually shows this. So now let's enable selection on the table. So we'll pick up the table, enable selection, and we're going to define an event on the table for when we select a row. What we're going to do here is assign a variable. We're going to assign a variable into our selected department, and the value that we're going to assign is the row key of the row that we selected. If we go back into the user interface, you can now see that clicking on a department would bring up the information about this department on the right side, and we can update this to save the data. Now, once we save, we need to refresh the table to show the updated data. To do that, we can take the table, assign an ID for it, and then take the Save button and go and look at the logic of what happens when we click this. So again, this is logic that Visual Builder created for us. At the end of this logic, we want to call the component, okay, which is called table1, and we want to refresh it. So now, if we go back to our page, switch to live mode, we update the salary here, click Save, and the table refreshes to show us the new data. So this is again an example of working with the data palette over here and creating pages based on that.